Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day it is for you. Thanks for joining me today for a Vinyasa Flow Class. And this is actually going to be an energetic where we're moving quite a bit. And focus is going to be on twisting, which is like one of my favorite things to do. Twists feel so amazing. They can be very detoxifying and also very balancing mentally for us. So I really like to do a twist class occasionally because it helps actually for you to draw back into center. You feel more centered when you're done. So let's go there. We're going to start right away. And we're actually going to start on our back nice and gently, but then we're going to get up and move, so be prepared for that. If you have a block, that would be great. Maybe place it at the top edge of your mat if you know you need that for poses. Also, if you don't have a block, you can use a soup can. That works well. You can place your hand on it to balance, so if you need that. And actually, you may not be doing any standing balances today. We're going to do an arm balance. We're going to throw one arm balance in, so you will see that. So let's go ahead and come to our backs. Back, and you're just going to draw your knees into your chest, nice and easy. Just feeling the spine, feeling your connection to the mat beneath you, maybe closing your eyes and just noticing how you're feeling. If you need to rock side to side, go ahead and do that. So just, nice slow swaying of the body side to side. Good. And then keeping the knees really high like this, let them fall to your left, okay? So you're going to scoot your hips back a little bit. Let your knees fall to the side. Knees are together. Reach your right. Like your face be staring straight up at the ceiling here. If you want more, you could look to your right, but this is your first twist, so maybe take it easy. So in this first twist, I want you to connect to the area around the ribs. So I want you to feel the space start to happen here. You're going to feel the muscles that support the ribs. And if it feels good, you could actually reach your right hand up towards the top edge of your mat, or the back edge of your mat, I should say, and just reach and breathe. Take a couple breaths just like that. Let your shoulders soften back as much as possible. So be in a comfortable position. So if this is too much, you take your hand back out to the side and feel the chest opener that happens instead of maybe the side body stretch. But if you're reaching your hands overhead, you're going to notice the stretch from the top rim of your right side of your pelvis to the armpit. You're going to feel a big stretch there, so that should feel good. Just take 2 more breaths. Big inhale. Big exhale, open your mouth. Do that again. Inhale through the nose. Sighing is permitted in yoga. Bring your hand back to your side and let's slowly go to the other side. So knees back into the chest. And then slowly let your knees rock over to your right. Extend your left arm. And again, this is not necessarily about getting your shoulder down, because I want you to first just open the front of the chest here a little bit, so the left arm is probably hovering because your knees are all the way to the side. And then, if it feels comfortable, start to reach your left arm up. So please take advantage of these first few moments of really stretching, because a lot of times we get in this mindset, especially at the beginning of class, that, okay, this is going to be a slow yoga class and we're not going to be doing much, and that just goes against what I want to do today. But I am a firm believer in opening the body just a little bit before you start your practice, and generally it feels much better when you do that. So you really enjoy your practice more. So take 2 more breaths here. Big inhale, and again, exhaling through the mouth. This is the part of the body that we want to open when we're twisting. So we're thinking about the whole torso side to side as we twist. Good. And then inhale back to center. And exhale. Just go ahead and rock up. All right. And so from here, just bring the feet underneath the shins. So you're going to cross the legs here. And you're going to sit up nice and tall. Inhale. And just exhale, rotate to your left. Bring your right hand to your knee, your left hand behind you to support you. And again, open the side ribs. So feel some space start to happen there. Do not crank this right now. You're going to get plenty of twists. This is a class full of twists. So go nice and gentle, but you're feeling the action of the twist as you're seated here first. Good. And then release to center. Inhale here. And then as you exhale, just remember that you're staying really upright as you turn and revolve right on the central axis of the body, the spine. Keep your chin lifted here. Look over the right shoulder. Maybe pull the navel in as you exhale. Good, and then slowly rotate back to center. All right, hands come forward. Let's go ahead and move into a downward facing dog. So palms are on the mat. Let's pedal our feet. So I'm going to draw one heel to the mat, bend the knee that was pressing towards the mat, and then change sides. So just side to side. Integrate the side body into this. So I want you to feel, again, the space between your armpit and your pelvis. That long line of energy along the side body. And then drive both heels towards the mat. Walk your hands back just a little bit so you can drive the heels. If you need to bend your knees, you bend your knees here, and that's okay. Lifting your tailbone, shaking your head yes and no a couple times, just moving the neck. Spreading the fingers, softening your face, starting to warm up. Good. Let's look forward and step to the top of our mat. Bring your feet together. So you're in your forward fold and you're just hanging out. Knees can be soft and belly can be on the thighs. Belly, ribs, whatever touches the thighs for you. Again, shake your head yes and no. Let's interlace our hands in the crooks of the elbows. So now we feel the side body, the back body open just a bit more. So this class is really going to be a level 2 class, so more intermediate. But I'll try to offer as many modifications along the way, and you can make this class your own regardless of the difficulty. Good. And then let's start to bend our knees deeply. Sweep your hands up for Utkatasana, chair pose. Let's sit back in our chair. Good. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Feel the energy of the legs. Pick up your toes, place them back down, reach your hands back a little bit, and then inhale, rise up. Interlace the fingers and give yourself a little back bend. So I'm going to press my pelvis forward as I reach my fingertips back. Fingers are interlaced. Lifting my chin. Good. And then I'm going to draw my hands behind me, interlace my fingers, and start to straighten my elbows if I can. So rolling the shoulders back, reaching my hands towards my heels, maybe stretching my head side to side because that feels really good. Nice stretch of the neck between the shoulders and the ears if you do that. All right, and so a new movement you probably haven't done before. We're actually going to sweep our hands up and then sweep them back behind us as we bend our knees like into Utkatasana. So we're sweeping. So we're inhaling up and then exhaling, letting go. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Keep going. You're just whipping the arms. We need open shoulders for twists. So we're going for that action here. So just sweeping. Do it 2 more times. Good. And then just fold. Plant your hands, step back to plank. Feet are together, hands are underneath the shoulders. Let's lower knees, chest, chin, this first one, all the way down. Roll the shoulders back, press into the tops of the feet as you squeeze your elbows towards your ribs to lift for cobra. Good, and then tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Walk your feet in just a bit. Moving right into vinyasa mode. Right foot lifts behind you nice and strong, squeezing your butt. And then bend the knee, bring it towards your chest, hug in, so really rounding the upper back as you do this so you can get your foot through. Left heel comes down, inhale, sweep your arms up. Reach your hands back. Warrior one. So pressing down through the back foot, generously keeping the left leg straight. Right knee bends to the degree that you can bend it. Beautiful. And then float your hands to the mat. Step back to plank. Lower, either knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhaling up dog. Exhaling downward facing dog. Left leg rises, inhale. Bend the knee, hug it in as you exhale and step through. Spin the back heel down. Check your alignment, heel to heel alignment here. Inhale, float your hands up. Reach back. Beautiful. And then float your hands to the mat. Step back to dog. Breathe. Lift your right leg up behind you. Inhale. And exhale to bend the knee. Step it through for low lunge. Back knee comes down. Inhale to rise. Hands rising up. Good. Float your hand to the mat. Step back, down dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Breathe in. Squeeze your butt. Exhale, step it through. Right knee comes to the mat. Untucking the back toe. Float your hands. Breathe in. And breathe out. Hands come to the mat. Step to dog. Move to plank. Inhale. Gaze moves forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or float to the top of your mat. Bring your feet together and bow. Hands to your shins. Inhale, lift and lengthen, flat back. Exhale, bow in. Bend the knees. Inhale, sweep your hands up. Utkatasana. Sink down. Bring your hands to your heart. First twist. Right elbow to outside of left knee. Knees are in alignment here. Check your knees. Palms come towards the heart as you draw the belly in and lengthen the spine. Soften your face. Beautiful, and bow. Step your left foot back. Knee comes down. Again, float your hands up. Let's interlace our fingers behind us. Open the chest just a bit more. Press down through the right foot a lot. So energy in your lunge. Good, and then hands come to the mat. Step back, plank position. Breathe in. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Or stay with knees, chest, chin, and cobra. Good, inhale your right leg up behind you. Squeeze your butt, bend the knee, look forward, step through. Easy twist, left hand stays down, right arm rises to the sky. So squeegee your left toes back. Left knee is lifted here. Lean into the twist if that feels good. Good. And then right hand floats to the floor. Listen, you rock forward into a split. Lift your back heel up. Belly moves towards the thigh. Just your best split you can do. And then float your leg down. Bring the feet together. Inhale, sweep your hands. Utkatasana, chair pose again. Sit back. Squeeze Squeeze, squeeze everything towards the midline. Feel the energy of your low body and then draw your hands to your heart. So now you feel supported. Let's turn and twist to the left. So look down, check the knees, draw the belly in and lengthen the spine. Palms pressed together, open the heart. So draw the right shoulder back, soften your neck, breath. Beautiful. And then unwind, hands to the mat. Step the right foot back, left knee comes to the floor, hands sweep up, breathe in. Breathe out, hands to the mat. Step back, down dog, or not down dog, but plank position. Lower chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Lifting up and then back. Left leg rises, breathe in. Breathe out, step through, easy twist. Right hand on the mat. Left arm rises. If you need less, drop your right knee. You can be in a twist right there. You choose. Breath. Nice big breath. Good. Left hand to the mat. Rock forward to pick up the right heel. So you rock forward into the left foot, picking up the back heel, squeeze your butt. Good, and then float the foot down, bring the feet together. Take a breath. Let's have our hands to our shins. Let's inhale, half lift and lengthen, and then exhale and bow. Let's inhale and rise up. Let's exhale, sit back. Exhale, sit back. Good. Let's twist again. Hands to the waist, hands to the heart. Twist to your right. So pressing the elbow into the thigh. Let's open up a little bit here. Let's try side crow, okay? Challenging pose. We're going to actually bend our knees and lift our heels and sit. Okay, so you could just be here. If you want to try, you're going to go with me. You're going to plant your hands beside you, elbows bend, left knee and thigh into the leg. You lean over, you try to lift your feet if you can. And then rock yourself back to center. Forward fold. Step the left foot back. Parshvakonasana, not Parshvakonasana, but Parsvottanasana. Excuse me, let's inhale and look forward. So pyramid pose, and exhale and bow down. Maybe one more breath. Inhale, lengthen forward, and exhale to bow in. Draw the right hip back here, left hip forward. Good. Then start to bend the right knee, place it right over the right ankle so it slides forward. Inhale, sweep your hands up, warrior one. Reaching your hands back. Good. Now let's pick up the back heel. So now we're in crescent. Bring your hands to your heart. Twist to your right, left elbow to outside of right knee. Turn and revolve. Keep engaging the core. Keep lifting the back leg strong. So my back heel is right over my back toes. So notice the alignment there. You want that. Settle your hips down. Then pull the belly in. As you feel the fire start to build. Good. Hands come to the mat. Step back to plank. Exhale to lower. Inhale to open your heart. Exhale, downward dog. Walk your feet in. Stay for 2 breaths. Let it go. Good. Bend your knees. Look forward. Step or float, top of your mat. Forward fold. Hands to the shins. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to bow. Utkatasana again. Bend the knees. Inhale, sweep your hands up. And exhale, sit back. Nice and easy. And then draw your hands to your heart. Twist on the other side. So left elbow to outside of right knee. Sit down. Sit the hips down. Find the twist. Start to lift the heels. Lower. So you could balance here and just be here. Those of you that want Parshva Bakasana, side crow, take your hands to the mat. They land right under your shoulders. You rock forward. Thigh is on arms as you start to try to lift the feet. Just lean forward. Do your best. And then come back out. Forward fold. Step the right foot back. Heel to heel. Turn the back toes in just a bit. Let's inhale and look forward and exhale and bow over the left leg. So a little refinement here. Outer left hip moves back as the outer right hip moves forward to find a deeper stretch of the hamstring. Nice steady breath. Good. And then start to bend the left knee. Inhale to float the hands. Find your warrior one. Square the hips. Bend the left knee a little more. Really go for it. Beautiful. Pick up the back heel. Feel the strength in your legs. So really press down through your feet to feel strong in your legs. Engagement. Bring your hands to your heart. Let's turn and twist to our left. So elbow comes to the outside of the thigh. Thumbs press towards our heart. Turn your gaze to the degree that feels good to you. Can you breathe? Hopefully your breath is more steady than mine. I'm challenged here because I'm talking at the same time, so do your best to steady the breath in and out through the nose. Beautiful. Unwind. Step to plank. Slide it back. Here's where you could shift just to down dog if you don't want to do a vinyasa. We'll meet you there. Lower. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Shake it out. Let it go. Let's look forward. Bend our knees. Step or float. Top of the mat. We're in our forward fold. Okay, challenging balance pose here, okay? So you're going to actually squat a little bit, and you're going to reach your right hand to the outside of your left foot, okay? Going to take some steadiness here because we're going to try to rise with the foot clasp. Bring your left hand to your hip and pull the left thigh towards your belly. Keep it attached if you can. Okay, you're going to rock your weight into your right foot, and you're going to slowly rise. Slowly rise. This is maybe as far as you go. If you can stand upright, maybe you extend. Maybe both arms are extended. Oops. Challenging pose, okay? It's a twist. I'm going to move into warrior three. So if you had it, just sweep that front leg back. Warrior three, hands to your heart. Then step back to crescent. Reach your hands, breathe in. Float your hands to the mat, step back, upper push-up position, lower with strength. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take a couple steps in. Lift your left leg behind you. Bend the knee, hug it in, and step through. So left leg steps forward. Step your back foot in again for pyramid pose one more time. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, bow. If you know you like a block for props, you could use the block here for twisted triangle, Okay, so I'm going to bring my block over just to show you what you can do. Place it on the inside of the left ankle. My palm is pressing into the block. Okay, I'm keeping my hips facing the front edge of the mat, pulling the left hip back with my left thumb, inhaling, looking forward, and then exhaling, just reaching your hand up. So you're in twisted triangle, real easy. If the hips are in the right position, this pose is much easier. Soften your face, expand, twist. Maybe gaze up at the left hand. Beautiful. We're going to do that split again, okay? So bring your left hand down. Sweep your right foot up. Nice and high. Left belly attached to the thigh. And then float your foot down. You're in your forward fold. Same thing on the other side. Here we go. So bending my knees a little bit. I'm going to pull my belly into my right thigh now. I'm crossing over, left hand to outside of right foot. You could also do this from starting standing position if you want. I'm going to attempt it here. I'm going to start to lift. And I'm not sure if I'm going to be steady on this side. It's always my left side. So I'm actually going to draw my left knee in and try it from here. Reaching for the outer left foot. Extend. Stay as long as you can. Maybe you've got more steadiness today than I do. I will say sometimes as a teacher, it can be harder to be stable because we're talking instead of really focusing on what we're doing. Good. From there, warrior three. Sweep it back. Lift the heel as high as you can. Do your best. And then land in crescent. Reaching your hands up. Breathing. Good. And then finding your vinyasa. Hands to the mat, step to plank. Bring the feet together, shoulders over wrists. And then we rock forward a little bit to lower. Find your vinyasa. What do you want to do today? Right leg rises, breathe in. Squeeze your butt and then bring it through, step it through. Step the back foot in, inhale, look forward. Exhale to bow. One more time, inhale, look forward. So give me a little cobra in your upper back. Plant your hand, left hand either to the inside or the outside if you're more advanced of the right ankle. Peel your right hand up and start to revolve to your right. Start to straighten your right leg to the best of your ability. Feeling that lovely outer hip stretch as we do this pose. And then bring your fingertips to the floor, back into your split. Rock forward, lift the left leg, belly to thigh. As you reach it up. Reach it up. Good. Foot lands. Oh, bring the feet together. Bend your knees. Inhale, Utkatasana. Sit back again. And then just bounce up. Bring your hands to your heart. Oh, step your left foot wide so you're facing the side edge of your mat. So feet are pretty wide, toes are turned in. Bring your hands to your waist. Don't lock the knee here. You can soften a little bit as you reach forward, but chest comes forward. Little cobra in the upper back as you come down. Find the left hand on the mat, right under your face. Strong arm here as you sweep your right hand up. So both arms are straight as you sweep up and look up towards the right hand. Nice little twist. But energize the legs here. Yeah, energize your legs. Good. And then float your right hand to the mat. Inhale. And exhale and turn. So we like to exhale when we twist. So notice that as we twist, because we're compressing the organs, it's harder to breathe in, right, as you turn and twist. So it's always an inhale to begin and exhale to turn. Good, and then float your hand to the mat. Beautiful. Bend your right knee, turn it back around, move through a vinyasa. Hands or dog. You could stay in dog here. You choose. I'm looking for a little bit of upper body strength. Right foot rises, squeeze the butt. Nice strong tail. Float the knee forward, step it through. Ardha Hanuman. So you're going to bring your left knee down, untuck the back toes, rock the front toes up, and bow. Keep the spine long as you can here. So try not to round here. And what helps is to gaze forward. So instead of just collapsing in, let's gaze forward. Moving into full Hanuman. And this is where your block might be handy, okay? If you've got a book, like a thick book, you can place it there too. This is where a soup can would not be helpful. And then I'm going to come forward and I'm going to reach my back foot back, my front foot forward. My back foot back, my front foot forward. Moving into some semblance of a split. So you can grab your block, place it underneath your right thigh. You could rest on it if you want. Or maybe go a little deeper here. Think about keeping the chest lifted for this instead of folding over. Just doing your best. Yummy, right? Hamstrings hold a lot of tension, so we're kind of releasing that here. Draw the right heel in, draw the left knee in a little bit. Good. And so you're going to keep your foot right here, okay? You're going to actually plant your left hand. We're going to move into side plank from here. So those of you that know the bound side plank where you grab your big toe and you sweep it up and do side plank, you can do that. And I can show you that if you want. So you take a little bit of a break. I'm going to actually just rock to the outer edge of my left foot as I pull my right thigh in towards my body to reach up, extend, okay? Or you're here. You just stack the feet and reach. Okay, so do that, move into that, and then step into wild thing from that pose. So step the right foot back, lift the hips, reach the top arm up and over. Beautiful, little back bend, and then swim it back around. Take child's pose for a couple breaths. Let's move through vinyasa, hands underneath. So you could stay in dog. If you're done with the vinyasa part, just be in dog. Here we go. Maybe you want to go knees, chest, chin. Scoop the heart forward, press into the tops of the feet. Good, and then tuck the toes and lift it up and back. Left leg rises, inhale. Bend the knee, step it through. Float your right knee to the mat. Rock the left toes up. Sit the hips back. So think about pulling the left outer hip back here, right outer hip forward. That's the theme today for our forward folds, is trying to find that square hip position, okay, as we do these poses. Inhale, look forward, extend. Exhale and bow in. Beautiful. Start to slide the left foot forward. Start to slide the right foot back if you want. Move into your version of full Hanuman. My left side is not as agreeable as my right. So I'm going to slide a block under because I feel supported here, or just support yourself on your hands. Breathing. expanding in those areas that are tight. So bring the breath into the tight areas of your body as you move. I want to expand there, right? All right, I'm going to rock to my side, slide whatever I have underneath me if you've got something. So back up, but keep the left foot planted here, okay, for a moment. Right hand here. And you're going to decide whether you're just going to rock into your side plank, which could be here. It could be here. Or maybe you're going to go for your bound side angle pose. So you rock to the outside of the foot first and then extend. Step 2, wild thing. Swim it back around. Dog. Couple of deep breaths. Pigeon pose. Yay. Right knee comes forward. Crawl the left toes back. This is where props come in handy. So if you've got your block or maybe a blanket or towel, you could tuck it underneath your right hip to feel a little more stable in the pelvis here. Come forward, let go. Maybe you want to move around in your pigeon a little bit. I like that too. You should be good and warm, so you can probably go a little deeper in the poses. We're going to actually turn this pose into a twist as well. So just enjoy this for a moment. A few more breaths. Good. And then just slowly come up. Let's tuck our heel in. Okay, tuck it in tighter. So if you're really flexible and you had it out further, tuck it in. Sweep your left arm underneath for thread the needle here. Interlace your fingers on the other side. So I'm clasping my palms and I'm going to pull on my left hand with my right. So that's going to deepen the pigeon pose. And if this is too much for your knees, you do not do this. Just stay in regular pigeon. This is completely optional, and it does put more pressure on the knees, but gives you that deeper IT band stretch, the glutes. You might feel more there. All right. And then from here, slowly rise. Slowly rise. Sweep your left foot around. Janu Shirshasana here. Right foot comes into the left inner thigh. If you're more flexible, you could bring the heel into the groin for this, for a more bound version. Okay. Inhale and lift up, and exhale and come forward. Again, always thinking about when you're forward folding, lengthening the spine. So try not to round the back too much. If you glance up at me and I'm doing it, I need to be reminded. I need to remind myself too. So I'm going to lengthen my spine and then bow. Good, and then rise up. Actually tuck your right foot under a little more and just bring your shin, your ankle, in front of your right shin. You're just going to bring it inside. So this is a modified Ardha Matsyendrasana. Left hand around, sit up tall. And I'm actually going to just hold on to the knee and turn because I'm going to turn this into another pose. So just stay with me. If you're used to binding this with the elbow, let's just stay here. Okay, and I want you to feel both sides of your sit bones down as best you can, so feel really centered in your seat, because that's going to help you in this next version. You're going to reach down and grab hold of the left outer foot, extend. So you're going to extend, pull the navel in, extend your left arm behind you and sit up tall. Really root down through the left side. So I'm rooting my left sit bone down to do my best here, and then press your hands away if you want more. It's really intense. Good. And then release. Let's take down dog from here. So just step back, find your dog, take a couple breaths. Good. Right knee comes forward for pigeon pose, or actually left. Now left side, sorry. Slide your right foot back. Walk your hands down. So this is where you could go a little deeper if you wanted to bring the foot forward. That's going to deepen the sensation. Tucking the heel in is going to lessen the sensation. And you could prop something here. Sometimes it feels really good to feel grounded against something if you need to. Like if your hips are really up high, place your blanket, your folded up blanket or a towel right there. And that feels really good to have that grounded sensation. Nice deep breaths here. Softening your face, softening your jaw. No more hard work yet. No more hard work from here on out. We're going to be on the floor, getting more grounded. So just let the efforts of the practice sort of wash away now. Transitioning into the juiciness of the poses. And then if your heel is not tucked in, tuck it in a little tighter. Sweep your right hand underneath the left arm and just rock onto your head, the side of your head. So I'm laying down here. And then if you want more, you can interlace your fingers and pull the arm away. So you can really pull and twist a little deeper here. Face is soft. I always examine each time I transition into a pose, where can I soften? So even though I'm making effort, can I be in that challenge with some softness at the same time? And maybe you're really good at that. I happen not to be. I happen to need to remind myself to back off just a little bit when I can. Good, and then slowly release and rock your way up. Sweep your right foot around, and you're already in the position you need for Janu Sirsasana. So just bring the foot in. And again, if you want to bind, you can just bring it in. And those of you that know the bind, you would wrap your hand around, reach for the outer foot, and fold forward here if you want to bind. I can bind one side, the other side not so much. So that's what that looks like. I just reach around, grab a hold of my foot, my ankle, whatever I can grab, and then fold forward. It gives you just a deeper sensation. It's not a necessary thing to do. It's just a sensation deepener. Inhale and look forward wherever you are, and then exhale, bow. Good, and then release, come up. Sweep your right foot back underneath you again. Left foot comes to the inner shin, okay? So I want you to be here instead of outer, just be right here. Sit up tall. Actually, I think I already did this side, so I'm gonna switch, okay? Bring my right foot in. I don't know how I got turned around, but sit up nice and tall. And I'm just gonna wrap, bring my right hand around and gently here, because I'm gonna deepen this with the other pose. So I'm finding both sit bones, rocking side to side, drawing my shoulders back. Down, grab for the outer left foot, start to extend. Pick up your right hand, extend. And then rock yourself forward a little bit so you are on the sit bones. Maybe gaze over the right shoulder if that feels good. Good. And then just crossing, inhaling up, exhaling, folding. One more challenge. I thought I was done, but I'm not. I'm going to actually lift up and do boat pose Navasana. So we're in perfect position for that. So just lift the feet. Lift your hands. Shins are parallel. If you want more, you straighten your legs. Go for the power. Do your best. And then just bring them down. Inhale, sweep your hands up. Exhale, bow forward into Paschimottanasana. Draw the navel in. Now I have some time to talk to you a little bit about the twisting action that we were doing. If you're not familiar with it, twisting is a great way to squeeze the organs, move them around a little bit, and create some more vitality there. So we bring some life into this part of the body. And if we live a pretty sedentary life, twist can kind of help to revitalize. It's like waking up the inner body, okay? The organs and stuff. So think about it that way. So when you're twisting, you're compressing the organs, and then when you release, fresh blood can flow back in. So it's very, it can be very detoxifying actually, because you're generating a little more activity there. Great for your digestive system if you have issues with constipation. Twists are phenomenal for that. And then press down through your hands to rise up, and you're going to actually just draw your feet in, bring your hands behind you, and just rock side to side. So this is going to really feel good for the glutes. You did a lot of forward folding today, so I'm just kind of taking advantage of backing off a little. Sighing. I feel like I need to sigh right now. And then I'm going to go ahead and lower to my back. So bring your hands underneath your knees, come back, and then just bring your hands or your feet to the mat. So leave them there. So instead of compressing anymore in the low back, we're just going to bring our feet to the floor, and we're going to bring our knees together and our feet apart. Okay, and if you feel like swaying here, you could sway a few times more while you're on your back. But your knees then come back together. Feet are wide. Up under your knees, go for it. If you've got a bolster, or if you have two blocks, you can place them under your knees, or a rolled up blanket is phenomenal. So I've got my little cotton blanket here. I can place here so that as I extend, I have a little bit of support, a little bit of release for the low back. So just notice if you need that. Find Shavasana. Palms turn to face up. Pelvis relaxes back. Eyes close. Body drops. Body drops. Notice your face. Are you frowning? Notice your breath. Are you holding it? Twists are wonderful for neutralizing the spine, but but also helping us to come back to center. So it can help us just fine-tune and come back to center if we're feeling really scattered. Are you soft? Can you release? Can you breathe deeper? In these last few moments, can you discard something that you don't need? Some limiting idea maybe you have about yourself. Your capabilities, that's a big one. A lot of people have that anxiety about their abilities. Or is there something else you can discard? A limiting idea maybe you have about someone else. Or another situation, something you can't control. Let's take 2 deep breaths in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Again, full deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth, release. Stretch your arms long and away from you. Feet in the other way. Good. Slowly rock to your left side. Pause. Good. And then when you're ready, we slowly rise. Come back to your seat. Find your palms in front of your heart. Acknowledge the energy you're made of. Acknowledge the sensations in your body. Hopefully the peace in your mind as we shed whatever we don't need to carry with us, we shed it. Thank you for joining me in practice today. Namaste.